Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host with a beard, wishing you a happy new year and a prosperous 2021. Today I am very excited to bring you a review of the brand new 2021 BMW X5. More specifically, the X5 45e, which is their plug-in hybrid model. So without further ado, let's jump right into the review. First of all, I would like to give a huge thanks to the good people of BMW Peter Daning for providing me with this vehicle and making this video possible. I will link their website down below in the description, so be sure to go check them out. So I want to start off the review by walking up to the car from this angle to give you an idea of how big and intimidating it really is. Let me zoom out a bit because I can't get too close to the car like this. And this is a huge car, and standing next to it, you immediately feel it, notice it. This particular car has been equipped with the M Sports package. It has the 21-inch rims with the huge M Sports brake calipers in blue. Look at how big these wheels are. It's 21-inch and they still look so small on this car because it's so huge. Alright, moving to the front. This is the M Sports bumper, which is more outspoken and aggressive than the stock bumper. Some fake vents over here. Side vent here is functional though, so air flows through it. We got some fog lights right here. This is the unit for your driver's assistant functions of the car. So you have the adaptive cruise control and sorts of functions. Looks really nice in all black. We have the huge grille. With the Shadowline package you can black this out as well, which looks even better. We have the front camera right here. These parts of course open up when you put it in sports mode or when the engine needs some cooling. And luckily this car is also equipped with the BMW laser lights, which look absolutely gorgeous. Let me show you how they look at night as well. You can recognize them of course by the blue strips on the headlights. Fully LED. And in the dark, when you turn the car off, these blue light strips kind of glow after, which gives it a very badass look. Moving to the side of the car, the 21-inch rims again. We have here the charging port for your electric battery, which I will go into more deeply when I'm driving the car. Some fake side vents over here. LED turn signal in the mirror with the side view camera. All these cameras around the car, they also form a sort of 360 top-down view of the car for parking it in tight spaces. Nice lines that run over here all the way to the back. This car is equipped with the tinted windows, which suit a black car really well. Nice little spoiler up here. And we are at the back of the car. I love how this car starts off a bit narrow on top, and then as you move to the bottom of the car, it gets wider and wider. We got some real exhausts right here. Awesome, some diffuser type of thingy. xDrive, so the all-wheel drive system of BMW. Full LED taillights, of course, which look gorgeous. Here's your rear view camera. Just overall a gorgeous looking vehicle. I like this better than the new X6. All right, let's get inside the car and take a look at the interior. So this car has been optioned with the comfort key with easy access, which I have already demonstrated in previous models. So you simply touch right here to open up the car and press these 3 dots here to close it. Nice and wide opening doors. Look at this. It's not too high to step in. Beautiful leather instead of soft touch right here, which gives it such an upmarket feel. Nice chrome or aluminium trims over here. We got the buttons for the memory seats, and you can also control the passenger seat through here. Nice leather. This color isn't really what I would choose, but luckily you can choose from different type of colors. Moving into the car, full leather seats, of course. These are the full electric ones that you can control through here. Chrome pedals. These are your light controls over here. Awesome double vents. M Sport steering wheel. Heated, of course. I will use that in a minute because it's extremely cold out today. Okay, let's jump into the car. Closing the door. Gives a nice, satisfying thud to it. And it's really quiet in here. This car is really well isolated. We have the Harman Kardon sound system equipped on this particular vehicle. You have, excuse me, you have the fully digital instrument cluster, the all-new screen. I believe this is a 12.3 inch, which is huge. Obviously, this is touch screen. You can choose all sorts of functionalities right here. You have your apps. I believe this car is also equipped with Android Auto. There we go. And Apple CarPlay. Finally. Beautiful leather trim right here on the dashboard with double stitching. It looks gorgeous. This is your unit for the heads-up display. I don't know if you can see it. Let me try to show you. I'm not sure it's gonna pop up on the camera, but if it does, it gives you an idea of how it looks. Just overall a beautiful interior. We got these chrome trims right here. This kind of looks a bit like the 3 and the 4 series with the digital climate control screen right here. So this car is equipped with heated seats, both front and passenger. All your controls are right here. Gloss black trim. Not a fan of that. It attracts so many fingerprints. Let us open up this middle part right here. So you got your wireless charging port for your phone right here. This is where you can put some stuff, or your phone if it doesn't need charging. Some cup holders over here. USB charging port. 12-volt socket. This is huge. Close it up. So you got traction control off. This is your camera settings, your parking sensors. This is pure electric mode. Sport hybrid electric. Your adaptive suspensions, auto hold, and all the functions we know. This is where you raise or lower the height of the car. Different functions. The trusted swivel wheel from BMW. Overall, a gorgeous place to spend time in. This is a very practical car. It has some huge door bins and very deep. Separate compartment for your bottle. The middle console is also very big. You have a USB-C outlet right here with leather trim on it. The glove box is large enough. Okay, let's see how much room it has in the rear. Nice and wide opening back doors. Look at this. Easy access. You got some M trim right here. Nice little detail. Okay, so I'm about between 5'10", 5'11", and look how much knee room I have. This seat has been set to my driving position, and I got plenty of knee room. I can even slouch back like this, and still some knee room left here. So headroom is also pretty decent. Look at this. And this car is also equipped with the optional sunroof, which eats into the head space a little bit, but it's still so much more headroom than you could ever wish, and people over 6 foot will be just fine in the back. Let's move to the middle seat. Practically flat floor here. Is just a little high over here, but it's pretty decent. The middle seat, you do sit a bit higher up than these seats over here on the sides, and it's a bit firm as well, but it's not too bad. It's better than in most cars. You have a nice view in front of you as well. We've got some air vents in the back here, temperature that you can set to your own preference. We have some USB-C ports right here in these seats, which is pretty decent. This is for when you need to connect a rear seat entertainment system. Nice and firm feeling storage spaces right here in the back seat. These feel so nice. Very strong and sturdy. Even right here, we got some nice little ambient lighting here as well, which I will demonstrate in the dark. We have the middle armrest coming down with some storage space right here, and we have some cup holders over here. And I believe this seat can, yes. So this is awesome for when you want to carry longer items. This middle seat just lies completely flat. Now let's check the boot space of this car. All right, checking the boot space of the 2021 BMW X5. Obviously you can open it fully electrically through the key. Clamshell opening, 2 parts, so the bottom and the top part. Very roomy. Although I do have to say that the hybrid models have a bit less boot space than the equivalent combustion engine variants of the X5, because underneath here you have the battery of the hybrid model, so it eats a little bit into the boot space, but it's not too bad. It's still pretty decent. And if you need more space, you can just recline these rear seats via here and take this part out, and then you have a huge trunk space, and it closes fully electric as well. All right, driving the brand new 2021 BMW X5 45e. Immediately you notice how quiet it is inside of the cabin of this door. The second you close the door with a satisfying thick thud to it, you're immediately isolated from the outside world. I am driving in town here. There are people all around me. I don't hear any sounds. It's just nice and composed in here. So relaxing, so calm. The only thing you hear is a faint humming of the electrical engine and a bit of tire noise, but that's normal because these are huge tires, and these are also run flats, which make more noise than the equivalent normal ones. Currently driving around town now in a full electric mode. Very quiet, just the humming of the electrical motor. Taking these bends, the car is so planted. The ride is just so sophisticated, and it's so calm in here. I kind of want to do the rest of this review while whispering. And the car doesn't entice you to go fast, although it can go fast, which I will demonstrate in a minute. You're just cruising along, wafting along in all the luxury and all the ease, kind of secluded from the outside world. Your passengers will feel secluded from the outside world as well, thanks to these tinted windows. You also have these window blinds that you can fold up and down to give you even more privacy. The cabin is very roomy. It is really wide in here. You have loads and loads of room. Your passenger sitting next to you will have loads of room as well. People in the back aren't going to struggle for space at all, as the rear seats are very spacious. You are sitting on an elevated position, so you have a clear view over the road. And if you put the car in sports mode, it switches over to the combustion engine. The 3-liter 6-inline engines of BMW are infamous. Really good engines. The suspension does get quite firmer if you are in sport mode, but that is to be expected. But in my opinion, this car is made to be driven into comfort mode or in hybrid mode, because it is a heavy SUV, big, heavy, bulky. It does have kind of a boaty feeling, but it does feel nimble. When you put it in sport mode, it's nimble. You do feel it's a heavy car, but it doesn't get all wobbly and cushiony and all like some other cars. The battery will give you a range depicted by BMW of around 80 kilometers. But I think realistically, in ideal weather conditions, I think it should be around 60 to 65 kilometers that you can do realistically with it, which is still pretty good, because the competition, I think the Volvo XC90 T8 is a competition to this car, which comes with a 2-liter 4-cylinder, and it doesn't pack a punch like this car. Plus the electric range is a half of this car. Mercedes is bringing out the new GLE with a 3-liter diesel engine paired with a hybrid technology. I haven't driven that one yet, so I can't tell anything about it, but I think this car is doing everything it's supposed to do really well. It's got an intelligent mode as well, that as soon as you enter a low emission zone, it automatically switches over to electric mode, which is extremely smart technology. And overall, everything is laid out pretty well in the interior. All right, so now let's experience the full potential of this power plant. 400 horsepower and 600 Newton meters of torque. I'm currently on the highway, and let me go to the middle lane here. And now I'm going to floor the throttle. Whoa. There is no shortage of power at all in this car. It's so much fun. Let's do it again. Wow. It's insane, man. It's hard to believe that, this car, sometimes, in sports mode, it does feel nimble and it takes the bends really well. But all by all, this is a big, heavy, boaty SUV. And it's insane when you floor the throttle that this car shoots forward so fast, and it has so much power, so much pulling power, and you feel like this kind of push in your back, and it just keeps on pushing you until you reach illegal speeds. And it's so easy to reach those speeds in this car, and you really gotta watch yourself a bit, because it is so much fun. And I'm going to do the pull one more time, going to the left lane here, and let's pull it. Oof. Amazing, amazing. I am liking it. So it's hard to believe that this is the same composed and calm car that I was driving just 10 minutes ago around town. This 3-liter 6-inline engine that BMW produces is so good. It's so smooth. It has immediate power delivery, and it will just effortlessly bring you up to speed. These seats that I'm sitting in are heavily padded, and they have like this really nice support in the back that you can adjust fully electrically with memory function, of course. And let me floor it one more time. Oh, sorry about that. You have an elevated seating position, so you have a clear view of the street right in front of you. All-round view is also decent. It's really good actually, because although the rear window is a bit far away, the visibility is really well because it's a large window. You have an extra window all the way back there, so visibility is pretty decent. And if you have to squeeze in and out of tight spaces, you have an excellent 360-degree surround view camera that will guide you through it, so you do not scratch the rims of this car or the sides of this car. And believe me, the quality of the camera is insanely good, even in dark spaces. And it's just an amazing feeling just sitting in this car. You have all the luxury around you. You have these stitching, leather stitching kind of on the dashboard, leather all around you, even by your knees right here there is leather stitching. You have ambience lighting throughout this car, on the door sills, on the dashboard, around here on the middle console, even in the back doors. And it just puts a smile on your face just driving in this car. And the build quality of this interior is also really solid. You don't have any scratchy noises. In Mercedes cars you do have this, that the middle console, when you press it, it just kind of like crackles a little bit, although Mercedes cars also have a great build quality, but I think BMWs are just a touch more luxurious and more sturdy feeling. The ride is sporty enough. It's not super sporty, but people shopping in this category of cars aren't looking for sporty cars. If they are, then they would upgrade to a X5M, which has insane power and is really stiff and will give you that sporty ride together with the practicality of a luxurious large SUV. The heads-up display is just amazing. It is so detailed. It gives you all the information. It has your current speed on it, the speed limit that is on the road at the moment, and the speed that you have set the car to in your adaptive cruise control mode. It also gives you the distance that you are from the other car in front of you, and also like the lane keep assist and everything. It's all visible right there. You don't even have to look at this beautiful digital gauge cluster right here. And look, it's just taking the bends itself. All right, so I am nearing a truck that is right in front of me, and the car notices it, and it's just slowing down and adapting to the speed of the truck right in front of me. I'm taking my hands off the wheel to see what it does. So it's steering me inside of the lane. It has lane keep assist as well, and it's not going, oh, the steering is flashing at me now. So it notices that I have taken my hands off the wheel, and if I don't do anything for too long, it will just disengage and park itself on the side. But let me put my hands back on the wheel, and let's go to the left lane here. So in conclusion, should you buy the 2021 BMW X5 45e or not? Well, say you're in the market for a luxurious large SUV. You want a car that has all the space to transport you, your family and friends, and all the luggage you can haul over long distances for road trips or for travels. If you're commuting between work and home on a daily basis and you are stuck in traffic jams a lot, then this car comes with all the latest tech, all the latest driver's assistance options that are optionable for 2021. Then this might very well be the car for you. On top of that, this is a hybrid version, a plug-in hybrid. It will be low on taxes, especially if you are driving this as a company car. This car has all the power you could ever wish. 400 horsepower and 600 Newton meters of torque, all disposable right under your right foot. The steering wheel with the flippers on it makes it feel a bit sporty. The build quality of this car is of the highest standards. No screeching noises, no intrusive sounds, nothing that will annoy you. That being said, all these safety features and all this tech in the car can be a little intrusive at times, you know, because I've noticed sometimes when you're taking a bend, the car will automatically brake sometimes when it detects a parked car right in the bend, because it thinks that you are going to run into it. But you know, those are minor gripes, you know. The lane keep assist is really aggressive. It really pushes you back into the lane, but you know, it makes you feel alert, you know. If you're distracted and you're going over the lane, like right now, the steering wheel is literally pushing me back into the right lane. I'm confident that most people will feel right at home. It is a special place to spend time in. It is so soft, so calming, so serene in this cockpit. It is wide enough for you. You have all the room you want. You can just rest your arm over here. The middle console is high and fat, which gives it an expensive feel. And this is an expensive car, by the way. Luxury comes at a price, people. Don't forget that. Your passenger will also have all the room. These seats are really comfortable. You can adjust them in a million ways. You have this cushiony headrest right here. And it's a perfect traffic jam car. It's a perfect long distance cruiser, and also perfect around town. Although it is heavy and bulky and large around town, the hybrid engine, so the electric mode of this car, will make it perfect for around town driving. You can save a significant amount of fuel around town by just using the electric motor of it. That being said, if you're cruising along and just using the combustion engine, this can get, I mean, I think it does about between 10 to 12 liters per 100 kilometer, which is okay, because this is what, a 2.6 ton car, and which shoots you from 0 to 100 or 62 in about 5.6, 5.8 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. So 10 liters per 100 kilometer is pretty decent. Anyways, this was it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this review as much as I did making it, but I seriously doubt it somehow. Let me know in the comments what you think about this car. Would you buy it or not? And what future cars you guys would want me to review. Have a good day and drive safely.